Okay, you're interested in influencer marketing. Great. This is the video for you. I'm going to talk about the 5 big lies and how you can combat them and get great results using influencers. Hey, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that subscribe button down there, turn it from red to gray, and don't forget, turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every time I go live or I upload a video. Look, influencer marketing is big. I mean really big. Now it is true that since the world illness, I think I can say that, 37% drop in use of influencers, and there's a 41% drop in the effectiveness of influencers. However, the other side to that is that more and more small influencers have jumped into the game and are making a ton of money and helping out a lot of businesses. It seems that a lot of businesses didn't want to pay those big influencers, the ones with millions of followers, but they're super interested in paying those smaller influencers. That's where the money is to be made, and if you're an influencer, you can benefit from this too. It seems that businesses are approaching this in a more strategic way. They want to get a more niche audience, so they're going after the smaller influencers. They're looking more at the micro influencers and the nano influencers, and I'll explain to you what those are in just one second. Lie number 2, influencer marketing is only good for younger generations. That's just not the case. As a matter of fact, although there are 15 million searches for influencer marketing to Gen Z, when you look at Gen X and boomers, there's 10 million searches. Definitely businesses are trying to market to older generations too. The older generations are becoming more and more involved in social media. As a matter of fact, they're also using apps, they're ordering online, they're using all the services that these companies actually need to target to. But here's the really important part. Gen X and boomers control the majority of the income in the United States. There's now new terms like grand influencers or elderly influencers. Take people like Joan McDonald or Helen Winkle. They are what you would call elderly influencers in their 70s, and combined they have over 5 million followers. And Gen X has some pretty cool influencers. Arlinda McIntosh is one of them, and she has a huge influence over the buying power of the people that follow her. Lie number 3, influencers have to be large to be effective. Actually, the reverse is true. When you get millions and millions and millions of followers, you're going to have less of a connection with the people that follow you. The nano influencers and the micro influencers, and yes, I'm going to define those for you in just one second, are having a much bigger effect on their audiences and are getting much better results. In fact, it's been proven that influencers with only 500 or more followers can be extremely effective to a business's bottom line when they're talking about their products. Okay, so it's time, right? We've got to define who these people are. The mega influencers are people who have 1 million plus followers. The macro influencers are those influencers that have 100,000 or greater followers, and the micro influencers are those who have anywhere from 10,000 followers plus, and then the nano influencers are 500 followers or more. So as you can see, there is these categories, but the last two are the ones. The micro influencers and the nano influencers have a much stronger hold over their audiences than do these big influencers, because they're constantly in contact with them. They have a closer bond with them. If we look at the raw data, there's about a 3% conversion rate with the mega influencers. However, if you look at the nano influencers, it can be upwards of 30%, and it costs a business a whole lot less money to deal with a nano influencer. So what does this mean to you? What does this mean to your business? If you're trying to have a real effect, you'll want to deal with the smaller influencers, which is going to cost you less money, but you want to find the ones that closely align with your brand, the ones that really represent the audience that you want to target. Those are the influencers that you want to go after. Okay, let's look at lie number 4. Lie number 4 says influencers don't work for business to business marketing, and that's just not true. It works exceptionally well for business to business marketing. Linode, a cloud hosting company, has seen a 15 to 20% increase in their business after using the influencer strategy. So it can work for your business if you are trying to market business to business. As a matter of fact, recently Microsoft teamed up with National Geographic photographers, and they ended up with over 3.5 million likes and over 15,000 user-generated uploads. Now that's pretty successful. American Express used small business owners to promote their Love My Store campaign and generated over 400,000 sales of their Love My Store sticker. So what does this mean actually for business to business marketers? Well, it means you need to get involved in influencer marketing, whether it's with your customers, whether it's with your employees, or whether it's with some of these smaller influencers. It can have a huge impact on your business and, more importantly, your bottom line. And the big lie number 5, the one that can really get you in trouble, is that influencer marketing has no rules. That's just not true. As a matter of fact, the Federal Trade Commission has now gotten involved, and it's put a lot of businesses on notice for fake reviews and fake endorsements. Don't do it. The fines for this can be up to $43,792 per occurrence. So you don't want to do fake stuff when you're doing influencer marketing. It's just not cool. Don't do it. Now the question is, what does this mean for marketers? Well, the first thing it means is follow the rules. Be familiar with the FTC guidelines for influencer marketing and follow the rules. Don't be a jerk. Okay, don't tell people things that aren't true. Don't make up stuff. It's easy enough to get influencer marketing. It's easy enough to get your customers. It's easy enough to get your employees to say something positive about your business without faking stuff. And it's kind of interesting how people think. They did a survey not long ago, and they asked people what they thought of the 5-star ratings and which number of stars they felt was the most reputable, was the most trustworthy. And you would think on a 5-star rating they would all say 5 stars, but that just wasn't the case. As a matter of fact, what they said was 4 stars overall average was the most reputable, was the most believable, was the ones that they thought they would do business with that particular company. In second place was 4.5 stars, which is actually a higher rating, but it seemed less reliable to the people. And then in third place was a 5-star overall rating. Now I don't know, maybe it's because they believe that no company is going to be all 5-star, and it just seemed fake. It didn't seem real to them. But 4 stars, that was their number 1 pick. So keep that in mind when you're doing influencer marketing. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have all 5 stars. You shouldn't have all 5 stars. It's impossible to please 100% of your customers. Now I hope you got something out of this. I've given you the 5 big lies. You know what they are. Use these as a guideline for your influencer marketing. Don't push aside the thought that some of these nano marketers, these micro marketers, couldn't help your business, because they can. They have a much closer relationship with their audience, and their audience believes in them much more and are much more willing to act upon doing business with your company if you use some of these influencers. Keep in mind, the mega influencers, the ones with over 1 million followers, got about a 3% conversion, but the micro and nano influencers got a 30% or more conversion with their audiences. So what would you rather do? Pay a lot of money to some fancy influencer and not get much back for your dollar, or deal with some of these smaller people and actually get real value for your dollar and get more customers? I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you got something out of it. If you did, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Click that button down there. If it's red, turn it from red to gray. But that's not it. You've got to do more. You got to ring the bell. You got to turn on all bell notifications so you're notified each and every single time I go live. And by the way, I've got a course down there in the description. It's absolutely free for a limited time. It's a $97 course. All you have to do is click and learn. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys. Put your comments below. Have you used influencer marketing? Have you thought about it? Are you an influencer? If so, maybe you want to put your information below and maybe somebody will find you. If you have any questions about starting, running, and growing your online business, please be part of the story. Put your comments below. I will come through. I will answer you. And yeah, so I appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.